Hi guys. All right, Matt.
Wait, why are you sitting down?
I don't know. We got this new chair. It's super comfortable.
I love that chair.
I'm kind of loving it. It's kind of airy.
What's the story
and
behind that anyway?
It's not the real version of. There's a real version of this chair that's like very expensive. So I figure in the store.
We're not that fancy.
I don't think we're that fancy yet. So this is a.
Yet, I like that. We're not that fancy.
Hey, always aspire.
Yet, exactly. We aspire to be that fancy.
But in the store, things get pretty wrecked. So, but I really love it. I think it's just
solid,
awesome.
man.
Yeah, it's solid. It feels airy. It feels light. It's kind of like
not expensive, right?
No, and it captures, I think, the essence of what we're trying to do in here right now, because we're kind of going through like a change. You know, like we're going through a change in terms of how packaging. We're doing all these new fun things that we're working on, but I think this is kind of symbolic of where we want to go. And it's still like ease and elegance, I feel like, but it's...
Well, it's certainly an upgrade from these chairs that we've had for how many years?
Hey, I love those chairs.
I still love those chairs.
Those are
I'm
awesome.
just saying, like, it's the journey.
Yeah,
right?
but it's this whole concept of spritzer, which I love. You know, it's like this. That's the word that Matt found when we came back from Italy.
Love
you
that
know,
word.
Yeah, and it's all about looking like you're. And I love how the Italians explain it. Like for me, it's just really looking effortless because I'm not going through and thinking about it. It's just like, how do I have great pieces that I could put on really easily? Like today, I have this great shirt. I love these Comfy shirts. These are great, and so it's just having like great things that you love that you could put together really quickly, and it just all goes together. But I think Italians describe it as like, you look like you put this together in 5 minutes, but it took you an hour to think about it. I was like, oh no. So I don't know, but spezzatura, like I like the essence of it, which is just really like put it together in 5 minutes, because it's only I have 5 minutes to put it together. So
you
anyway.
like that it's sprezzatura, as do I, the sprezzatura in front and behind the scenes.
Yes.
So what you're saying is the Italians are like,
behind the
yes, you
scenes.
gave the impression of effortless style, but
In the
the
front.
reality was you spent all this
It
time.
took some time.
We're next level sprezzatura, which is you give the impression of effortless style, and it was effortless.
Exactly, and that's our product too, right? Right, but that's like the same idea with this product, right? So I was just actually looking at this. This is amazing. We just added this, Matt.
That's a special, right?
Yes, I am
Are you
taking this
special?
home. I mean, this looks like a swimming pool.
Every time we see that blue, it's like...
It's just, and it's so soft. This is new hair that we're bringing from Italy, so it feels very different. Again, remember we were talking about the cows are different in Italy?
See, that's a
Even their
perfect
hair
example of
is different.
sprezzatura. You're right. 'Cause it's
Sprezzatura.
like, oh, look at that little pop.
Yeah, and because I'm stealing this actually, and I'm popping it with this. I just think this feels like summer to me, and I love it. So this just came in. This is I don't know what combo it is anymore. There's like a billion.
So many combos.
But this is our latest combo, and I love it because I was so in love with this hair, and we had it in that little buddy,
Yeah.
and I was like, God, we got to put it on a sling, and I just love these colors together. I'm really into like luggage with this blue. So anyway, so we were here and we're talking about what I'm doing. I've had so many people ask me, can you please tell me what your workouts are? And it's been really hard, and I don't know why, but let's just go back into time. I have been working out straight. I think is it 2018, Matt, when we went to Alaska? I can't remember, because that's my point of when.
Yeah, good point.
When I started just working out.
Maybe even 17, but yeah.
2017, 2018 on the daily, I've been working out. And it's been like a journey that has like...
No, you're right, 2018.
2018, right?
In that summer, right? Yeah.
Yes. So I think it's been a journey of like, it's so interesting how you go from deciding to do something, but then this workout has actually turned into something super informative about cracking a lot of things about myself and about Matt. It's doing these workouts also. You're not as consistent, but you have been exercising a lot more. Mm-hmm. And I think while we're exercising...
No, you're the gold standard of consistency over all this time. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but you know what? I was watching Graham Weaver. Remember that guy from Stanford?
Yeah.
He says he's been working out every day for 35 years.
Wow.
So that guy takes
That's impressive.
the torch on that one. So and he also says that really did a huge unlock for him. So I think it's not about the work. I guess it's about the working out because it's changing a habit, but it's the concept of consistency, right? And consistently doing something.
Jocko's probably been doing that.
Jocko, yes, Jocko Wallach.
Willing.
He's a Navy SEAL guy and he's really interesting. But I find that it's the consistency of doing something. And while you're doing it, I think for me, I've been also doing all these weird, then that gives me the time to learn. Because usually we're just like, we wake up and we go, right? And we don't take the time to do anything like that.
Sharpen
or we
the saw.
have been doing that, for the last, since, until we were 50 something, right? So anyways, so today, what I'm starting to do now is I'm gonna take a 1-minute video of whatever I'm doing that day, and then I'll list my workout out. And then I also always, when I'm doing my video, I always come up with some kind of a learning that morning. I don't know why.
Thought for the day.
Thought for the day. It's like whatever YouTube serves up to me. It's whatever I'm thinking. Then I'll go search it up in YouTube to go deeper into whatever my thoughts are.
Thought. It's just that's the thought that you're having each day. You could have the same thought multiple days.
Yes. So today's thought of the day, so what I'll do is I don't know where to post this stuff, so I'm going to post it on TikTok because that's a good place for it. And then probably, Matt, you'll do it in the YouTube short, and then I'll do it as a story. And so you'll see what my workout is. But so anyways, my workout thought of the day, or and I'm calling it the onward thought of the day. So anyways, so this is I'm sharing the making of the donuts of how we come up with certain things, whatever we're doing, right here with you in this chair.
That's right.
So anyway, so today I was doing I did a HIIT workout. And I do those twice a week because all the other days it's like long kind of zone 2 workouts and then weights. But HIIT workouts I think are super brutal, and they're the ones I don't look forward to. And those are the easiest ones where you feel like I'm just gonna not do it. I'm forget it. And they're used. So if you're familiar with it, awesome. But I was not. So HIIT workouts right now for me are 4 times at a very high zone heart rate, and then 2 minutes of rest in between. So it's a very short and concise workout, but it's super hard. It's much harder than you could ever imagine, especially 2 minutes into it, you're sprinting as fast as you can. You're like, I think it's the last 2 minutes where it's like almost like you can't, right, Matt?
Yeah.
But I think it's in those last 2 minutes where you start like really testing yourself. So today I was like, you know what?
Are you always doing those on the treadmill?
I could get up to my heart rate much faster on the treadmill than on the bike. It takes like 30 seconds to get up to it, right?
Yeah, it's harder.
It's hard to hold it. So I do it on the treadmill. So, and I usually do 2 really fast sprints.
Maybe what it is, because on the treadmill, if you don't keep up the pace, you get thrown off the treadmill. Yeah, you don't run that risk on the bike. No. Maybe that's what it is.
No, but I find the bike, it's harder to get up to that.
You can get your heart going.
Yeah. So anyway, so that today was my onward thought of the day. It's all about resilience. And resilience comes when you face the hardest challenges. And usually people tap out. And I think that's the key. It's like, and I was watching a podcast with Emma Grede, which I like a lot, with Gwyneth Paltrow, and they're both founders, and they were sharing you see all these glamorous things that they do, but they were really talking about how hard it is really every day, and it truly is.
Did they give me an example? Like, what were they talking about?
No, but and I really can understand it. It's those examples of times when you have to make a decision on something and you have no idea. So it's like going off a cliff, but you don't know if it's going to catch you and you could just crash, or it might catch you, but then it's not, it's not like exactly how you imagine. And then you have to be resilient to kind of work through it to get to where you need to go. And I think it's really interesting that both of them said that, where when you engage in these challenges that are so scary in a weird way and so questionable, you have no idea what's going on, but you're really going out on the limb, that's when you really find yourself as a human being. You really, really find what you're made of. And I think you have to go into these things. And I was thinking about this with values, remember? Yes. And I think it's just really thinking about what your values are, right? So if you have your values in play.
Said a different way, it's a very difficult place to be. It's a very difficult process. You can make it easier on yourself if you go into it with values.
Yes. So that informs a lot of things. If you're,
otherwise,
yes.
You're like, why am I doing this?
Right. It's not like, oh, just jump off the cliff. It's like, okay, well, does this align with my values? And if it does, then maybe take that leap of faith. So anyways, it goes back to this whole idea of resilience. And I find that that's the resilient part comes into play when you are at that toughest moment. That's when I'm doing the HIIT workout. It's 2 minutes in, you've got 2 more minutes. You really honestly cannot breathe anymore. You're seeing your clock and you're like at 160, like 170 almost you're pushing. How do you keep up for the last 2 minutes? And if you push through and you finish that, then you're like, whoa, like just did that, you know? And that means actually don't give up. Like, don't give up at that 2 minute mark. And most people do, because you're like, I can't breathe, you know? But if you can, I'm not telling anyone to have a heart attack, but you just, and you have to train up to it. It's not like you can just do it.
Even with HIIT workouts, the idea is not to go beyond what you're capable of doing.
Correct.
It's just to
maintain
get in the red zone there.
But it really teaches you that actually you do have 2 more minutes to push. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Versus
if you push yourself to failure while you're doing a HIIT workout, then you failed at the HIIT workout.
Right.
That's not what you're.
Right. Yeah. Don't kill yourself doing it. But it's just like, your brain just wants your body.
Flirt with killing yourself.
Yeah, no. Well, your body's protecting you, right?
That's right?
So it's telling you like, okay, I can't breathe anymore. You're pushing 170. It's really high right now. You need to stop. However, you know you've worked out to the point where you know this is like, I can go 2 more minutes.
And that's a message we've seen through many of our learnings videos, where it's like, they call it pain cave, call it whatever, but it's when you're in those moments, having the clarity of mind and thought to know that this won't last forever.
Right.
And I'm okay.
You're okay, but if you stop right now, you've gone already 2 minutes, and this is where I always go back to my motto of like, I didn't come this far to go this far. Like, I did not push for 2 minutes just to come this far. I'm gonna finish this thing.
That's right.
And I think that's the main thing, and you will surprise yourself how much further you got in the tank. I think that's my motto of the day, and that comes with resilience, and that comes with, and I've always been like that as a person, I think. You know, like, I have a hard time stubbornly giving up on things sometimes, where I should have maybe much faster. But, you know, I'm always curious, and I'm always like just kind of pushing the envelope in terms of like, can we push this just a little bit further, you know? And so I guess, anyway, so that was my thought of the day. And then let's go back to the jack bag. I like how this segue. But
how does that tie into the jack bag?
Well, I had a lot of questions. Well, the jack bag, I guess I don't know if it ties into the jack bag, but I think it's one thing where it's like, we had the jack bag, this is amazing. And it's the same thing, like, do you just stop at this amazing bag, or do you keep kind of moving forward and question, like, what else can I bring to the table with this bag? And so I worked with our friend Joyce in New York, and we were talking like, let's do a medium jack. So the medium jack came into play, and the tan sold out.
Oh, that's great.
So the tan sold out. We're putting it up for pre-orders. Pre-orders will go up in the next couple days, and the next batch.
That must have just happened like today.
Yeah. Okay. So it did sell out, but we still have some black. So I just wanted to show you. This is my bag.
But you're getting more. It's just going to take a little while.
Yeah. So we're going to put the pre-orders up, and they should come back. I'm going to guess June. Looking at June 30th. We just need to.
As we all know, there's some uncertainty in the market, but we're shooting for that.
Yes, yes. So the tan will come back, but I keep getting questions like, can I put a computer in here? So yes, I have a 13-inch MacBook Pro. It's not 100% perfect in terms of like, but it does fit. Mine does.
You can even close the zipper?
Yep, and I could close the zipper.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's that. But I just wanted to kind of
15-inch wouldn't work, but it would work, but you couldn't close it.
Yeah, you could work it this way, or that's what the jack is for. You know, the jack is honestly, that was meant for work. When we were designing this bag, the concept of this bag honestly was like, I want a perfect.
But that's cool that you can get the 13.
Yeah. I love that. But it's really like, I just really wanted personally a perfect everyday bag, honestly, like something that I could. And it was not really work related, so I was like, okay, well, it's okay. I have my jack, and that's where the computer is going to go. This is for like, I want this to be my everyday bag, and every day does not comprise of a computer, honestly, for me. But maybe for some people it does. But you could put an iPad in here and a Kindle. But if you have a MacBook Pro 13, the little one, then yeah, it goes in there. So I just have my everyday stuff.
If you're an iPad person, that would fit.
Yeah, and a keyboard. But I mean, this bag has so much space, it's crazy. So what do I have? This is my everyday. I'm pretty simple. I have my like lip gloss and makeup stuff in this little guy. And then it's nice to have a little guy like this. I have my phone with me. I have my, where's my phone? Oh, it's over there. Phone will go in here. my sunglasses and my readers, you know, honestly. So, this is my little,
your phone.
yeah, my phone is in here and I just put it in here. And there's so much space, like so much space. And the other day I showed a sweater that you could put in here.
That was crazy.
But the idea really behind this bag is not, you know, this is your work bag. You know, your work bag is going to be the Jack. This is your daily bag that you just like, the perfect size for all my needs. It's super chic. And I am so in love with the shape. I've always been in love with this shape. And there's just something so beautiful about this bag. It makes me so happy. It sits on my chair in the car next to me, and it's kind of slouchy and cool. And I did show in PTTV. We won't be able to do PTTV tomorrow, but I will definitely go through all the features and like what you can do. You could crossbody, you could add little dongles on these ends. So definitely over the shoulder. It's just honestly the perfect everyday bag that you imagine like you want. And this is the story behind this bag, honestly. Like I said, it was never meant to like be a work bag. So if you're interested in a work bag, that's the bag for you, the Jack, the big one. This one is for perfect every day, but if you do want to slide in a little computer that is this size, it works. So anyways, exciting day tomorrow. We're going down to LA to, well, Matt has had a week, right? Oh my God. So Matt went out to New York for a meeting on Tuesday night. Then you had the meeting all day on Wednesday. Then you flew back this morning at 3 a.m. New York time. Got back here. You got back fast. It was like 10:30 you got home?
That went smoothly.
Yeah, so that's crazy. And then tomorrow we have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning because we're going down to LA to move
We gotta go
Parker.
to bed early. We gotta get a good night's sleep.
Yeah, to move Parker out of her dorm. So that's gonna be an all-day
Because
expedition.
she finished her first year in college.
I know, that's a big task. That's a big deal. And she did it
Congratulations,
successfully.
Parker.
Let's go. And so, yeah, living by yourself, that's a big deal. That's a big chapter. She did it, and we're really proud of her. And yeah, so that's what we're doing tomorrow. So maybe we'll do some, you know what I'm going to be using when we're doing move out.
We should totally do lots of little shorts.
I'm going to be using a sling bag because that's always, when I have to do activities with children involved, it's the sling bag because it's like your hands free, you can move around.
Are you going full sling or small sling or both?
Well, since we're not taking luggage, I might have to go full sling and put everything in the big sling.
Right.
So I think that's what I'm going to do. I might carry that light blue one.
That'd be
I don't
cool.
know, maybe with the hair. So anyhow, or I know I'm going to, I say that, I'm going to bring a Jack to put my other stuff in there.
We'll have a car, it's fine.
Yeah, so anyhow, we're renting a car. So we're flying down there, renting a car, storing some of her stuff, and then just flying home, which is interesting.
We're going to break down the whole room.
Yeah, and then flying home with just the necessities and storing what she needs for next year down there. Yeah. So anyhow, that's what we're doing, and it's been I
think it's one of those things where, because this is the first time we're doing that,
Yeah.
but then I think in the following years is like old hat, but like this first time it's like a little mysterious.
Yeah, and I think by maybe the third or fourth year she could do it by herself.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's, you know, like mom and dad helped me. Maybe I honestly can't remember. I think it was freshman, sophomore year they helped, but then we started moving to apartments and stuff. So
yeah, my parents just came at the very beginning to get me situated and graduation.
That's it?
Well, in terms of like helping me move in and move out. Yeah.
I think my mom helped. My mom and dad helped, but we were so
Honestly,
close.
It's like whatever part
you're
wants,
far.
Right?
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Join us tomorrow.
I mean, they would have come if I'd wanted them to.
No, of course, but you could do it yourself.
Because we were lucky because we had storage there.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, and you guys were on campus every
on
year,
campus,
right?
And in each of our resident halls, they had a basement, and we were allowed to keep up to a certain amount of stuff.
Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
and now that I'm seeing this, I was like, oh, that was really great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I wish they would do that there.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Anyways, okay. So that's that, and that's it. And we'll see you guys tomorrow in LA.
On the road.
Bye, guys.